Dear students, today we are having the revision class based upon the topic electric potential and capacitance, in which two videos we have completed already. Okay, in third video, last video, we are going to complete this chapter. That is capacitor. Let me begin with capacitor and capacitances. What is the capacitor means? Capacitor is an arrangement of conductors. That is an electrical device actually. Right, that electrical device, capacitor is an electrical device. That electric device arranged with conductors and dielectrics. Dielectrics means insulating material. What is the use of capacitor means? Capacitor is used to store the static charge. Thereafter, capacitance of capacitor. See, in second line there is a definition, capacitance of capacitor. See, how to define the capacitance of capacitor means? It defined as the ratio of charge on capacitor to potential difference across its plate. So, capacitance of capacitor is denoted by C. C is equal to what we can write means Q by V we can write. Is it? Actually, the capacitance of capacitor depends on only size and shape separation of the two system of conductors. Its SI unit is farad. Farad is large unit, very big unit. So for common purpose, capacitance can be measured in terms of microfarads, nanofarads, picofarads, etc. After this, the parallel plate capacitor. We have to derive the expression for capacitance of parallel plate capacitor. Parallel plate capacitor means, see here, you see the you observe here two plates. The diagram is horizontally given. Okay, two plates are separated by a distance, that is nothing but d, means this plate is said to be here parallel plate capacitor. Okay, now you are observing the diagram. In the diagram, that is the parallel plate capacitor. Right now we have to find out the capacitance of expression for capacitance of parallel plate capacitor when air has taken in between the two plates. That means between the plates, okay, air medium has exist. In that case, we have to measure the capacitance of parallel plate capacitor. So for this, you see, consider a parallel plate capacitor with free space between the plates. Let A be the area of plate, D be the separation between the plates. Right, here see separation between the plates, in extreme right they have given D. What is the area of each plate means? That is nothing but capital A. Now I am going to consider three regions in diagram: region 1, region 2 and region 3. Region 1 is above the positively charged plate. Region 2 is below the negatively charged plate. Region 3 is in between the two plates. First, we have to measure the electric field in region 1 and 2. So in region 1 and 2, you just observe E1 electric field is upward direction, E2 electric field is downward direction. These two fields are equal in magnitude, opposite in direction. Because of that, okay, the net electric field in region 1 is nothing but sigma by 2 epsilon naught minus sigma by 2 epsilon naught is equal to 0. In region 2, that means at the bottom of the diagram, in region 2, the net electric field, E1 is in downward direction because of positive charge, E2 is in upward direction because of negative charge. These two electric fields are equal in magnitude, opposite in direction. Because of that, in region 2, net electric field is nothing but here 0. Are you observing here? Net electric field is 0. Next, the electric field between the plates, third region. Okay, let me take here. In region 3, you are observing due to positive charge, electric field lines are away, so outward direction, away from the positive charge I was shown for E1. For E2, okay, they have shown towards the negative charge. So E1 and E2 both are in same direction. That's why E1 plus net electric field E1 plus E2 is nothing but we got sigma by epsilon naught. Now this is the electric field. And thereafter, surface charge density sigma equal to charge per area. Linear charge density, surface charge density, volume charge density we have studied in our regular class. Right, from this one, electric field E is equal to what we can write means instead of this sigma, instead of here sigma, okay, if you substitute Q by A means you may get electric field E is equal to Q by epsilon naught A. But we are having the relation between electric field and electric potential with respect to distance E equal to V by D. Here E equal to Q by epsilon naught A, E equal to V by D. If you equate the both, you may get V equal to Q small d divided by epsilon naught A. From the definition of capacitance of capacitor, okay, C equal to Q by V. Instead of V, if you write, okay, QD epsilon naught divided by epsilon naught A means you may get finally in box there is a expression for capacitance of parallel plate capacitor they have given, that is epsilon naught A divided by D. When in between two plates air medium has taken, in that case we can get it like this. Capacitance of parallel plate capacitor is, that is epsilon naught A divided by, okay, distance. Epsilon naught is permittivity of the free space. Its value is 8.854 into 10 power minus 12. Is it? Next unit also is there. What is the unit for permittivity means? Unit is nothing but coulomb square per Newton meter square. And thereafter, capacitance of parallel plate capacitor depends on geometry of the, okay, system. Next, what is the effect of dielectric on capacitance? Right, in between two plates, if the air medium has taken, in that case capacitance C equal to epsilon naught A divided by D. Suppose in between these two plates, if you take any dielectric medium, then what happen? If you take dielectric medium, capacitance can be increased by dielectric medium times. Here K is the dielectric constant of the medium. Whatever the medium if you take in between the two plates, wax you can take, mica you can take, okay, water you can take, any medium if you take, okay, that medium times capacitance can be increases. So on taking the dielectric medium between the two plates, how we can write the capacitance of capacitor means, that is K epsilon naught A divided by D. Now this is very important question ma. Capacitance of, derive the expression for capacitance of parallel plate capacitor. This is very important for your midterm examination. Right, where here K is nothing but dielectric constant. This dielectric constant also defined as, see, the ratio of absolute permittivity of the medium to absolute permittivity of the, okay, free space we can write. On inserting the dielectric medium between the plates, capacitance of capacitor can be increases, that has given as, okay, note. Right, thereafter, combination of capacitors. Combination of capacitors means arrangement of the capacitors. How we can arrange the capacitors? Capacitors can be arranged in two methods. One in series method, other one is in parallel method. In series method, capacitors can be arranged as shown in figure. Okay, see here figure is there. Okay, if one capacitor end is connected to other end of other capacitor end means this is the series combination, and here it is parallel combination. That means if the two capacitors are connected to a common point means we can call it as this is the parallel combination. Right, you come to the point of here series combination. See, consider two capacitors of capacitances C1, very important, any one of C1 and C2 connected in series. In series combination, charge is constant ma, potential across the combination is equal to sum of the potential across the capacitor. So total V potential has given to the series combination, that V potential has shared to each capacitor. For E1 C1 capacitor that is V1, for C2 capacitor that is nothing but V2. Now from this one we can write here total potential V is equal to, we can write V1 plus V2. But from the definition we are having capacitance of capacitor C1 equal to Q by V1. Okay, from this one V equal to Q by C21. V2 equal to Q by C2. Why? Because means Q is constant in series combination. Alright, thereafter V is equal to, from this equation V equal to, instead of V1 you write Q by C1, instead of V2 you write Q by C2. So V equal to Q by C1 plus Q by C2 we can write. Okay, we got here one formula. Afterwards, see, there is one equivalent diagram has given. This is the equivalent diagram for this series combination. That means if the two resistors are replaced by a single resistor in series combination and connected to it a potential V. So in that case, the effective capacitance from the definition how we can write means, okay, CS is equal to Q by V. From this one V equal to Q by CS. Here V equal to Q by C1 plus Q by C2 is there. Here V equal to Q by CS is there. If you compare the both things, see, we got the relation Q by CS equal to Q by C1 plus Q by C2. So Q cancel on both sides means, so effective capacitance in series combination is 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 you can write. That means here the effective capacitance in series combination is, the reciprocal of effective capacitance in series combination is equal to sum of the reciprocals of the individual capacitors connected in series. Right? Next, parallel combination. In series combination, V is, okay, variable, Q is constant. But in parallel combination, Q is variable, V is constant. So if the two capacitors are connected in parallel like this, so Q1 and Q2 are shared. See, in C1, at C1 Q1 is there. See, C1 wrongly printed here, you make it correct. Okay, first upper capacitor, upper capacitor is nothing but C1 and lower capacitor is nothing but C2. In upper capacitor, nearby upper capacitor, the charge is Q1. Okay, nearby the lower capacitor, the charge is nothing but Q2. You make it correction in your material. So on correction, on connecting like this, see, in parallel combination, potential V is same across the capacitor and charge Q on the combination is equal to the sum of the charges on each capacitor. Therefore, total charge Q equal to, we can write Q1 plus Q2. Right, from the capacitance of capacitor, C equal to what we can write Q by V. So C1 equal to Q by V. From this one, Q1 equal to what we can write? Okay, by doing the cross multiplication. Q1 equal to VC1, Q2 equal to VC2. In above equation, Q equal to Q1 plus Q2, if you substitute Q1 and Q2 values, you may get, okay, one of the relation. Right. Suppose if this combination, parallel combination of C1 and C2 are replaced by the other single capacitor, that is CP, then the effective capacitance, how we can write means, we can write here Cp equal to Q by V. From this Q equal to V into Cp we can write. So Q, Q1, Q2, these three if you substitute in this relation, okay, what you may get? You see Vcp is equal to Vc1 plus Vc2. Okay, both sides V cancel means Cp equal to C1 plus C2. That means in parallel combination, effective capacitance can be written as sum of the capacitance of individual capacitors. So very important, ma'am. Capacitance of parallel plate capacitor, series and parallel plate series combination and parallel combination of capacitors. Thereafter, energy stored in the capacitors. These three are very important. Right, in which next last topic we are having here, energy stored in a capacitor. Consider a capacitor of capacitance C, let Q dash and minus Q dash be the charge on positive negative plates respectively at any intermediate stage of charging. Right. See, actually what happened here means there should be a diagram. Okay, the diagram you must be draw in video classes already I have given. Right, here Actually, we know that work done is equal, potential equal to work by charge. From this, charge equal to what we can write? Potential equal to work by charge we can write. Work equal to what we can write? Work equal to we can write potential into charge we can write. That's why dW equal to VdQ we have written. But here C equal to Q by V. From this V dash equal to Q dash by C we can write. So dW equal to, instead of V dash, Q dash by C into dQ we can write. So the total work done to transfer the charge Q from negative plate to positive plate is nothing but integral. See, initially before earlier in the beginning the charge is 0. After charging, the charge on the capacitor is Q. So work done means we are measuring from 0 to capital Q, integral 0 to capital Q dW. So dW means we are having Q dash by C into dQ dash. So Q dash by C means C if you write outside. So integral Q dQ is nothing but Q square by 2C. So if you substitute limits means Q square by 2C. So work done equal to Q square by 2C. This work done is stored as a potential energy in the capacitor. That's why U equal to we can write Q square by 2C. Right, in another forms, suppose instead of Q, if you write Q equal to CV, if you substitute means you may get some other relations for energy. Energy equal to, total 3 relations are there: Q square by 2C, half QV, half CV square. Okay, very very important ma. Right, in this chapter mainly from potential, one 5 mark question you may get, one 3 mark question you may get. From capacitance of parallel plate capacitor you may get one 5 mark question. So you just concentrate on these 2 chapters, right?